Minecraft isn't fun anymore. Well, to be more precise, survival multiplayer isn't fun anymore. You spawn, punch the nearest tree, make a crafting table, mine some stone, make a pickaxe, and mine down to whatever Y level has the most diamonds and start strip mining. Once you have iron armor and some diamond tools, you come back up to the surface and then what? There isn't that same wonder you had as a kid when you first played Minecraft. There's nothing more to explore, nothing more to discover, no threats to overcome. Minecraft, the sandbox with endless possibilities, has somehow ended. There's no excitement anymore. You can try, like many already have, to make up for this with mods. Now, don't get me wrong, the mods for Minecraft are fucking incredible. They add so many new experiences to the game that they've become an essential part of the Minecraft experience. But mods aren't a substitute for vanilla. No matter how semi-vanilla or vanilla-like these mods are, they aren't really Minecraft. Mods can't give you the same experience you had when you played the game for the first time. That excitement you felt when you first dove into a gigantic cave without knowing what threats might be lurking inside of it. No mod can replicate the feeling of that. But I think you already know all of this by now. That's the reason you clicked on this video, isn't it? You know survival isn't fun anymore. Hell, you've probably tried multiple times to get back into it, trying to find the feeling you got when you first played it, but you always came away disappointed. Everything just feels routine. There's no more excitement. It feels like there's no risk. And that's what I believe is wrong with survival today. There's no risk at the surface level. If you want risk, you actually have to go searching for it. Yeah, there's skeletons, zombies, creepers, and all the other monsters that spawn at night, but those can basically be ignored with a shield, iron armor, and some food. But what about the Warden? Yeah, the Warden is really dangerous, but you can easily avoid any deep dark biomes you come across and never have to go into an ancient city. There's no reason to. And coordinates, don't get me started on coordinates. They make compasses completely useless, make travel stupidly trivial, and they take out all the risk of exploration. When was the last time you got lost in Minecraft? Like, truly, I have no shit where I am lost. Probably when you didn't know about coordinates or just forgot to write down what your bases were. And strip mining. There's literally zero risk to mining. You just go down to the optimal Y level and start digging. No skeletons, no creepers, no zombies, just deep slate and diamonds. You can become practically invulnerable to all threats you might face without coming across any. Just keep strip mining until you have enough diamonds for a set of diamond armor and you're good. And the health system, God, is it hard to die. You just eat 1 or 2 steak and bam, you're at full health. Even if you go out of your way to find a threat that negates your steak-fueled healing, such as fighting the Wither or the Ender Dragon, you can just brew a huge abundance of super cheap, super overpowered potions that instantly heal half of your health. I'm sorry. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Minecraft doesn't force you to encounter risk. Everything you need to survive can be obtained without encountering a single threat. And now that doesn't mean there aren't any threats, it's just that all of them are either optional, easily avoidable, or easily exploitable. This leads to a boring, monotonous, and trivial gameplay loop that seems like it's fighting to get rid of your attention instead of retaining it. Players are always going to go through the path of least resistance to complete their objective. And Minecraft's path of least resistance has almost no resistance at all. So, how did I fix this? How did I, some junior in college with zero game design experience, make Minecraft fun again? Well, where do I begin? Number 1 is sleeping. Sleeping through the night removes any risk the night might pose to you, so skipping the night is completely disabled. Consequently, phantoms are also disabled, as that would just be really annoying. Number 2, natural regeneration is disabled. If healing is so cheap, then getting hurt doesn't actually hurt. And if getting hurt doesn't actually hurt, then all monsters become trivial. Consequently, the golden apple recipe has been made cheaper to balance this out. Number 3, each player has a limited number of lives. This makes health more valuable to the player and makes dying much more painful. Players are able to be revived by other players if they run out of lives, and can buy more with the increasing requirements of XP levels and materials. If a player runs out of lives, they are sent to the room. Number 4. Coordinates are completely disabled. Coordinates make traveling trivial and getting lost an impossibility. Now there's a threat of becoming lost to traveling and exploration. This also incentivizes building infrastructure, as it's much easier to follow a road than it is to travel through wilderness. Number 5. Strip mining is disabled. Don't ask me how it works, that's a secret. But you can't strip mine anymore. The only way to make tunnels underground is by using TNT, and I've changed that recipe too to balance things out. Also, gunpowder no longer drops from creepers. It is now made by putting charcoal on a campfire. This is to make farming TNT harder, but make it cheap enough so poor players can make it. Number 6. The hostile mob cap is increased from 70 to 250. By default, there can only be 70 naturally spawned monsters within 10 chunks of the player. I have almost quadrupled this cap to make caves seem like they're crawling with enemies and to make the night more threatening. Number 7. The darkness is multiplied. No more turning your settings to bright and being given night vision. If the light level of a block is 0, it is turned completely pitch black, no matter your brightness setting. This makes the night even more difficult and makes caving an actual horror game. Let me tell you, it is genuinely terrifying getting chased by a horde of 12 zombies as you sprint down a pitch black cave, trying to escape, and knowing that at any second an arrow can come flying out of the dark. Number 8. Many more changes that, for brevity's sake, I didn't give their own section, but for completeness' sake, I'll just machine gun them out right now. Burrowing is disabled, it makes health too cheap. Nether to overworld scale is 1:1 instead of 1:8. Nether fast travel made traveling and infrastructure trivial. Diamond armor is no longer craftable, it's too easy to obtain for being so powerful. It can be found in ancient cities now. Diamond armor, diamond tools, mending book, and max level enchantment book traits have all been nerfed. Gold spawn rates at the bottom of the world have been significantly increased as to incentivize reaching the bottom of caves. Zombified piglins no longer drop gold. Beacons now require nether starts to operate. Netherite now requires a lot more gold and a nether start to craft. Wither skeletons no longer drop their skulls, and wither skulls now have a crafting recipe. Netherite armor and tools now require more netherite, a gold-based economy, and townie with territory and war for late mid-game and end-game player retention, player bandits who are able to steal money from you when they kill you, and a lot more balancing changes that would take too long to write out, or I just forgot to write them down. Honestly, with these changes, I've had more fun playing Minecraft than I've ever had. Everything is so much more strategic. Every action needs to be taken into account. It feels like I'm actually surviving instead of going through a routine. It actually, honest to God, feels like I'm 10 years old playing Minecraft for the first time again. Now, you might be thinking, Mason, this sounds awesome and really fun and you're really cool and sexy, but how am I supposed to play this when I don't know how to implement any of these changes? Well, that's the thing. I've played this type of Minecraft for a little more than 3 years with my friends on a private server, and each time it was a pain to set up, and we had a bunch of house rules that were really hard to keep track of. So last month I decided to pull the trigger and I dropped almost $400 in a month of my time making this version of Minecraft public for anyone to play. I got a bunch of custom plugins made by people much smarter than me who actually know how to code, so that this could actually be feasible as a public server. And I think it's ready for people to play. If what I've said interests you at all, or you've become bored with survival Minecraft, join rn.pufferfish.gg. If you want to feel like you're 10 years old playing Minecraft for the first time, if you want to feel like you're actually surviving when you play survival, if you want to have actually engaging PvE experiences, if you want to build the kingdom you always wanted to as a kid, join rn.pufferfish.gg.